In a galaxy filled with vibrant worlds and alien species, one planet stood out for its peculiar customs and dangerous creatures. This planet, known as Viridia, was famous for its apex predators, creatures so fierce that even the bravest alien species tread carefully around them. Today, Viridia was about to host a visitor from Earth, and this visitor was unlike any other. Alex Carter, a skilled human diplomat, had arrived on Viridia. His mission was to establish friendly relations with the alien inhabitants and explore their unique customs. As Alex's spaceship touched down on the planet's surface, he gazed out at the alien landscape with a mix of curiosity and anticipation. The ground was covered with lush, strange vegetation, and the sky was painted in shades of purple and green. Towering alien structures, unlike anything on Earth, dotted the horizon. Alex stepped out of his spacecraft, greeted by a delegation of Viridian aliens. These beings were tall and slender, with shimmering blue skin and large, expressive eyes. They wore intricate robes that seemed to flow like liquid. Their leader, a distinguished-looking alien named Zavor, extended a hand, an unusual gesture for Alex, but a warm one nonetheless. "Welcome, Earth diplomat," Zavor said with a voice that resonated like a gentle melody. "We are honored by your visit. We have prepared a special ceremony to introduce you to our customs." Alex smiled, appreciating the warm welcome. "Thank you, Zavor. I'm eager to learn more about your planet and its traditions." As they walked through the alien city, Zavor explained a particular tradition that Alex found both fascinating and strange. On Viridia, we have a unique custom when dealing with our apex predators. Before interacting with them, we pray to humans. Alex raised an eyebrow. "Pray to humans? I've never heard of such a thing." Zavor nodded. "Yes, it is a ritual we believe ensures our safety. Our ancestors had encounters with humans that saved them from danger. Since then, we have honored this tradition to gain protection and blessings before approaching our apex predators." Alex was intrigued. The idea that humans had played a role in shaping alien customs was both flattering and mystifying. As they continued their walk, Zavor led Alex to a grand ceremonial hall adorned with vibrant colors and intricate patterns. The hall was filled with alien citizens, all eager to witness the special event. The ceremony began with a series of performances that showcased Viridian culture. Musicians played melodic tunes on instruments that emitted ethereal sounds, while dancers performed graceful moves that seemed to defy gravity. The atmosphere was filled with a sense of reverence and celebration. After the performances, it was time for the main event. Zavor and other leaders prepared Alex for the ritual. They dressed him in a ceremonial robe that matched their own, symbolizing unity between humans and Viridians. Alex felt a sense of honor and responsibility as he donned the robe. The aliens then gathered in a large circle, and Zavor explained the ritual's steps. They would make offerings of fruits and flowers, and then, in unison, they would recite prayers asking for Alex's blessing. This blessing, they believed, would ensure their safety as they approached the apex predators. As the aliens began their prayers, Alex observed the solemnity of the ceremony. The words spoken were in a language he did not understand, but the sincerity in their voices was clear. The aliens' gestures were graceful, and their faces reflected deep respect. Once the prayers were complete, Zavor turned to Alex with a look of anticipation. "Thank you for participating in our ritual. Now we will proceed to meet our apex predators. We believe that with your blessing, they will be safe to interact with." Alex was fascinated by the depth of the tradition and felt a sense of responsibility to respect their customs. As he prepared to witness the interaction with the apex predators, he couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and curiosity about what lay ahead. The ceremony had set the stage for a unique cultural exchange, and Alex was ready to embrace the experience and learn more about the fascinating world of Viridia. The sun set on Viridia, casting an otherworldly glow over the landscape. The grand ceremonial hall, where Alex Carter had participated in the initial ceremony, was now quiet. The excitement in the air was palpable as the Viridians prepared for the next phase of their ritual. Alex sat in the ceremonial hall surrounded by the Viridian leaders. Zavor approached him with a smile. "We are about to begin the part of the ritual where we explain its deeper meaning to you. We hope this will help you understand why it is so important to us." Alex nodded, eager to learn more. Zavor began to share stories about the origins of the ritual. "Long ago, our ancestors faced great dangers from our apex predators. These creatures were powerful and unpredictable, and many Viridians were injured or worse. In a time of great peril, we encountered humans who came to our aid. Alex listened intently. So humans have helped you before? Yes, Zevor confirmed. Our ancestors had heard tales of humans who could control dangerous beasts and keep them calm. When we were in need, humans came to our planet and their presence brought a sense of safety. From then on, we developed this ritual to honor that moment and to seek similar protection for ourselves. The story fascinated Alex. He had never thought of humans having such an impact on other species' cultures. Zevor continued. Today, we perform this ritual to show our respect and to ask for your blessing before we interact with our apex predators. The room buzzed with anticipation as the Viridians prepared for the next part of the ritual. They brought out various offerings, brightly colored fruits, intricate flower arrangements, and shining crystals. These were placed on a large altar in the center of the hall. Zevor led Alex to the altar and explained the significance of each item. These offerings represent our gratitude and hope for a safe interaction. The fruits symbolize abundance, the flowers represent beauty and peace, and the crystals reflect our desire for clarity and protection. As the Viridians gathered around the altar, they began to chant softly in their native language. The chants were rhythmic and soothing, creating a serene atmosphere. Alex could feel the calmness in the room, and he marveled at the deep sense of tradition and reverence displayed by the Viridians. After the chanting, Zevor asked Alex to step forward. Now, we ask for your blessing. Please place your hands on the offerings, and we will make our final prayers. Alex placed his hands gently on the fruits, flowers, and crystals. The Viridians closed their eyes and recited their final prayers, their voices rising in harmony. Alex could sense their earnestness and the gravity of the moment. He felt a mix of pride and responsibility, knowing that his presence was integral to their ritual. Once the prayers were complete, the Viridians began to prepare for the next phase. They led Alex outside to a secure area where the apex predators were kept. The creatures were magnificent, with scales that glistened in the moonlight and eyes that seemed to hold ancient wisdom. Alex could see why these predators were both revered and feared. The aliens explained that the ritual had two main parts, the prayers and the actual interaction with the apex predators. The predators would now be brought into a controlled environment where the aliens could approach them safely, thanks to the protection they believed they had received from Alex's blessing. Alex watched as the Viridians approached the apex predators. The aliens moved with careful steps, showing a mix of reverence and confidence. They reached out to pet the creatures, their movements slow and respectful. The apex predators, surprisingly calm, responded with gentle purrs and flicks of their tails. Alex observed the interaction, noting how the ritual seemed to have a profound impact on the behavior of the predators. The Viridians were able to pet the creatures without incident, a testament to their belief in the ritual's power. The scene was both beautiful and awe-inspiring. Alex felt a deep sense of connection to the Viridians and their customs. The ritual had unfolded just as they had described, and he was honored to be a part of such an important tradition. As the interaction concluded, Zevor turned to Alex with gratitude. Thank you for being part of our ritual. Your presence has made it complete. Alex smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. It has been a privilege to experience your customs and to see how they honor both your history and your apex predators. The ritual had not only deepened Alex's understanding of Viridian culture, but also forged a stronger bond between him and the alien species. The experience had been enlightening and memorable, and Alex looked forward to continuing his journey with newfound respect and appreciation for the people of Viridia. The moon rose high over Viridia, casting a silver glow over the ceremonial hall. The hall was now transformed into a stunning display of colors and light. Streamers of vibrant fabric hung from the ceiling, and glowing orbs floated gently above the crowd, adding to the magical atmosphere. It was clear that the ceremony was a big event, and Alex Carter felt a growing sense of excitement and curiosity. As Alex entered the hall, he was greeted by the sight of Viridian citizens, all dressed in their finest ceremonial attire. Their robes sparkled under the lights, and their eyes shone with anticipation. The atmosphere was electric, filled with a sense of reverence and celebration. Zevor, the leader of the Viridians, approached Alex with a warm smile. Welcome to the main event of our ritual, where we will honor you and seek your blessing before interacting with our apex predators. Alex nodded, feeling both honored and slightly nervous. Thank you, Zever. I'm looking forward to seeing how this ceremony unfolds. The ceremony began with a series of performances that showcased Viridian culture. The stage was set for a grand display of music and dance. The musicians played instruments that looked like they were made from crystal and metal, producing sounds that were both enchanting and otherworldly. The melodies filled the hall with a sense of peace and joy. The dancers took the stage next, moving gracefully in choreographed routines. Their movements were smooth and flowing, almost like they were gliding on air. The patterns they created were mesmerizing, and their performances conveyed a deep connection to their traditions. As the performances ended, Zevor and other leaders prepared Alex for the next part of the ceremony. They dressed him in a ceremonial robe that matched their own, symbolizing unity and respect. The robe was adorned with intricate patterns that sparkled in the light, making Alex look like a part of the alien celebration. Once Alex was dressed, Zevor led him to the center of the hall, where a large altar had been set up. The altar was decorated with offerings, bright fruits, delicate flowers, and shimmering crystals. These items represented the Viridians' gratitude and their hope for a safe interaction with the apex predators. The Viridians gathered around the altar, their faces reflecting a deep sense of respect and anticipation. Zevor spoke to the crowd, explaining the significance of the ritual. Today, we honor our tradition and seek the blessing of our esteemed guest. We believe that with Alex's blessing, we will have a safe and successful interaction with our apex predators. Alex stood beside the altar, feeling the weight of the moment. The Viridians began to chant softly in their native language, their voices rising and falling in a rhythmic pattern. The chants were soothing, and Alex could feel the calmness in the room. He watched as the aliens placed their hands on the offerings, their faces focused and serene. As the chanting continued, Alex felt a deep sense of connection to the Viridians. He realized that this ritual was not just about the apex predators, but also about honoring their history and traditions. The respect they showed for him was both humbling and inspiring. When the chanting ended, Zevor turned to Alex with a look of gratitude. Thank you for being part of our ritual. Your presence and blessing mean a great deal to us. Alex smiled, feeling honored. It has been an incredible experience to witness your customs and to be a part of this ceremony. The Viridians then began to prepare for the final part of the ritual, the interaction with the apex predators. They carefully transported the offerings from the altar to a nearby enclosure where the predators were kept. The enclosure was designed to be secure and safe, allowing the Viridians to approach the creatures without risk. As the apex predators were brought into the enclosure, Alex watched in awe. The creatures were magnificent, with scales that shimmered in the moonlight and eyes that seemed to hold ancient wisdom. The Viridians approached them slowly, their movements measured and respectful. The apex predators, initially wary, seemed to respond positively to the presence of the Viridians. The interaction was calm and gentle, a testament to the success of the ritual. The Viridians were able to pet the predators and interact with them without any issues. Alex observed the scene with a sense of wonder. The ceremony had not only honored the Viridian customs, but had also created a sense of unity and respect between the humans and the aliens. The experience had been both enlightening and moving, and Alex felt a deep appreciation for the traditions and values of the Viridian people. As the ceremony concluded, Zevor approached Alex once more. Thank you for being a part of this important ritual. Your presence has made it truly special. Alex nodded, feeling a sense of fulfillment. It has been a privilege to be here and to witness your beautiful customs. The ceremony had been a resounding success, and Alex left the hall with a newfound respect for the Viridian people and their traditions. The experience had deepened the bond between humans and aliens, setting the stage for a stronger and more meaningful relationship. The atmosphere on Viridia was still buzzing with the excitement of the ceremony. The successful interaction with the apex predators had left the Viridians feeling elated. The apex predators, initially wary, had responded positively to the presence of the Viridians, thanks to the blessing they believed Alex Carter had provided. Alex himself felt a sense of pride and satisfaction, having witnessed the peaceful exchange. As the night deepened, the ceremonial hall was now calm and quiet. The Viridians had returned to their homes, and Alex was enjoying a moment of rest. Zavor, the leader, had invited him to a small feast to celebrate the success of the ceremony. They were seated around a table filled with exotic fruits and delicacies from Viridia. However, just as Alex was beginning to relax, a sudden commotion erupted outside. The peaceful night was shattered by alarmed voices and hurried footsteps. Zavor's face turned pale as he stood up abruptly. "Something is wrong. Please follow me." Alex followed Zavor out of the hall and into the moonlit night. The two of them hurried toward the enclosure where the apex predators were kept. As they approached, Alex could see that the normally serene environment was now chaotic. Alien guards and scientists were rushing around, and the apex predators were agitated and restless. Zavor's voice was tense. "It seems something has disturbed the apex predators. We need to get them under control quickly." Alex's heart raced as he saw one of the apex predators thrashing wildly. The creature's eyes were wide with fear, and it was clearly in distress. The Viridians, who had been so careful and respectful, were now struggling to calm the beast. Zavor turned to Alex with a look of concern. "This is a situation we did not anticipate. The ritual usually ensures peace, but something has gone wrong. We need your help." Without hesitation, Alex stepped forward. He had no experience with these creatures, but he knew he had to act quickly. He observed the apex predator and noticed that its behavior was similar to that of an agitated animal on Earth. Alex took a deep breath and approached the creature slowly, trying to stay calm. The Viridians watched in silence, their faces reflecting a mix of hope and anxiety. Alex reached out cautiously, using soothing tones to try and calm the predator. "Easy now, it's okay. You're safe." The apex predator's thrashing slowed slightly as it responded to Alex's calming presence. Alex continued to speak softly, making gentle gestures to show he meant no harm. He noticed that the creature seemed to react better to certain movements and sounds. He carefully followed its behavior, trying to establish a connection. The Viridians, seeing Alex's approach, began to follow his lead. They mimicked his calming gestures and voice, working together to ease the predator's distress. Slowly but surely, the apex predator began to calm down. Its body relaxed and its breathing became steadier. Zavor watched in amazement. "Your approach is working, Alex. The predator seems to be responding positively to your presence." Alex nodded, feeling a mix of relief and determination. "We need to keep this up until the predator is fully calm. Let's work together." As the minutes passed, the apex predator's agitation gradually subsided. The creature's eyes, once filled with fear, now showed a hint of trust. The Viridians and Alex continued their soothing efforts until the predator was finally calm and settled. Once the situation was under control, Zavor approached Alex with gratitude. "Thank you for your bravery and quick thinking. We were not prepared for this, and your help has been invaluable." Alex smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. "I'm glad I could help. I just hope this incident doesn't overshadow the success of the ceremony." Zavor shook his head. "No, this will not overshadow our achievements. It has shown us the importance of adapting and working together in times of trouble." The Viridians and Alex took a moment to reflect on the night's events. The unexpected trouble had tested their resolve and strengthened their bond. The ceremony, which had started with such promise, had faced an unforeseen challenge. But with teamwork and quick action, they had managed to overcome it. As the night drew to a close, Alex and the Viridians returned to their celebration, their spirits lifted despite the earlier chaos. The incident had been a reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of resilience and cooperation. The experience had deepened Alex's respect for the Viridian people and their customs, setting the stage for a stronger, more unified relationship. The early morning light bathed Viridia in a warm, golden hue. The night's events had left everyone feeling a mix of relief and exhaustion. The apex predators were now calm and settled, thanks to the combined efforts of Alex Carter and the Viridians. As the sun rose, it marked the beginning of a new day and the chance to reflect on the night's challenges. Alex woke to find a note from Zavor, inviting him to a gathering where the Viridians would discuss the night's events and plan for the future. The note expressed gratitude for Alex's bravery and hinted at a ceremony to honor the new bonds formed between humans and Viridians. At the gathering, the ceremonial hall was once again filled with activity. The Viridians had set up a large open area where they would hold a special meeting. The room was adorned with banners celebrating the cooperation between their species, and the atmosphere was one of optimism and renewal. As Alex arrived, he was greeted by Zevor and other leaders. They had clearly put a lot of effort into preparing for this meeting. Zevor approached Alex with a warm smile. "Welcome, Alex. Today we celebrate not only the success of the ritual, but also the new bonds we have formed through the challenges we faced." Alex nodded, feeling a sense of pride. "Thank you, Zevor. It's been an incredible experience, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of your traditions." The gathering began with Zevor addressing the crowd. "Last night we faced an unexpected challenge. Yet, thanks to the quick thinking and bravery of Alex, we were able to overcome it. This has shown us the strength of our unity and the importance of working together." The Viridians applauded, their cheers echoing through the hall. The atmosphere was filled with a renewed sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. Alex felt a deep connection to the Viridians, knowing that they had come together in a time of crisis. After Zevor's speech, a series of presentations followed. The Viridians showcased their plans for future cooperation with humans. They talked about projects that would benefit both species, including shared research initiatives and cultural exchanges. Alex listened intently, impressed by their forward-thinking approach. One of the most significant announcements was the creation of a joint task force dedicated to studying and managing the apex predators.